Yeah, yesterday I talked a little bit about my comments about the CEO Dan Clancy got clipped, saying that like he was out every night with young girls. I that was that was based off of a rumor that I've heard from another person, someone that I trust. But usually I don't go ahead and say stuff like this because I feel like it's really easy to dogpile onto people and cause like random hate trains. I feel bad about that statement. And like that's something where I don't want there to be like some weird hate train because of that. Because that's something where like I didn't even personally see it. And regardless of what I've heard, there's been a lot of terrible rumors in the scene that end up like witch hunting for the wrong reasons. Do I agree with his policies on Twitch and has effectiveness as being a CEO? Probably not. I think maybe he hasn't done a great job at being a CEO. But I think right now it's really easy to dogpile onto Twitch bad. And I don't really want to cause more like hate because of that. That's pretty much it. My experience with Dan Clancy at TwitchCon, I saw him because he's kind of tall at a Capcom party, I think for a little bit. Didn't interact with him at all. That's it. I will say TwitchCon is generally around like 24. Like the age of the average person at TwitchCon is probably in their mid-late 20s if you're going. Maybe a little bit earlier. And so like the people he's going to be interacting with are going to be younger than him regardless because I don't know how old he is. I'll be honest, 60, 50. And so like there's so many headlines being like this guy is really he's like fiending on young women. And like I actually don't even care if he's like a giga gooner to Twitch to like these Twitch girls. I do not care. Okay. I just think right now, the biggest thing is just like it's perpetuating something that it's like I think it's causing hate for the wrong reasons or just causing stupid hate in general. This TwitchCon was a little bit worse than last year's, but you can kind of tell why TwitchCon is getting worse. A lot of it is like the culture of TwitchCon the culture of Twitch in general has changed. IRL has never been this big before. Right now, everyone looks at the top streamers and they're all IRL streamers, minus Queso, right? Queso is kind of Queso and Kadril are kind of rare exceptions. And so when you're looking to be like a streamer, and who are you going to look up to? Okay, you're going to look up to the top streamer. You're going to look at Kai Sanat. You're going to look at like the FaZe boys. And like all of these guys have personal cameramen and they're quite shameless a lot of times. And so you have these people who are in public trying to essentially make content all the time, but especially at like a public venue, it's hard to be shameless and be tactful. That's something that you have to learn, okay? And I think that you can't learn that easily. It's something that takes experience. I don't have that unlocked, and even like I've been streaming for a long time, and I said yesterday, like I don't probably shouldn't have said it. That's it. Probably shouldn't have said it. And I should know that. Like I've been streaming for a long time, but I made a slip up. And if I can make a slip up and I've had like a decade plus of experience streaming, how am I supposed to expect these people who are trying to make it big, like navigate such a difficult IRL space? They can't. And so TwitchCon turns into like a show with a lot of people who are IRL streaming and a lot of people who like don't want to be there, especially because as IRL streamers go up, the other thing that's popped off on streaming has been VTubers. So imagine you have people who all want to have cameras and cameramen and people who want to be faceless and not recognized. And you have this really like you have a bunch of like different crowds at TwitchCon who want different things. So yeah, that's why I feel like TwitchCon is getting worse. It sucks for me because I hate IRL streaming if other IRL streamers are there. Even if it's my own friends. If I have multiple people vlogging, I don't vlog that much. If I have multiple people streaming, I don't stream. Because for me, it's like the content's out there somewhere. I'm more than willing to play second fiddle or foil because I don't care. Like as long as I can make their content good, that's fine for me. But that's not like I could say that because I've already made it. Like that's not a sacrifice that's easy to give up if you're on the grind trying to still break it and make it as a career. The biggest issue is security. Everything boils down to security. Not really. I think I'm talking specifically about culture. Security wouldn't change what I'm talking about. Do I think TwitchCon needs better security? I think that the question's obvious. Of course. But before we even touch security, we need to talk about why people don't like TwitchCon or why people are going to TwitchCon less, why people don't enjoy TwitchCon as much. It's like it is what it is. I think that the rise of IRL streamers has definitely created a new faction. Is how you should say it. A third house in our Twitch community. Maybe not a third house, maybe like a fifth house. And it's definitely rubbing people the wrong way.